Hello friends, welcome again to the world of maths by Amiya. In this session, we are going to discuss XAT 2018 QA session with analysis. Section C or third section has QA, DI and DS. There were two questions on DS that were tough. DI has two sets, each having three questions. So we have 6 questions on a DI. So we have 8 questions on a DI and DS, and rest 19 questions is of the quantitative ability. So we have total 27 questions in set 3. We are going to discuss only 19 questions. For me, XAT 2018 QA is not an easy paper but moderate. If we check the past paper of XAT, in XAT 2018, chances of getting wrong options are not much higher. But yes, you could do wrong calculation. Calculation mistakes could happen in XAT 2018, and it might be possible you are not able to understand the question. So let's start the analysis and the solution part for the QA only. Question number 48 is the easiest question because since question started from 48 to 74. 48 is the easiest question of the XAT. We have to find the value of this one. We have 9 zeros, so 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 zeros. We have 6 zeros, then 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 and 6 zeros. Then we have 3 zeros. Then we have 1 0. So our answer is 1 0 0 1 0 0 1 0 1 0, and if I am not wrong, this is the option number D. Question number 48 or the first question of QA XAT 2018. 49th is the question of time and work. Arithmetic is always an important section for any examination. We have a question. I would say please pause the video and read the question. In this, we have 4 person A, B, C, D. Time taken by A is 10, that by B is 12, then 15, then 18, and we have to do work according to the question. Anyone can leave. Now our question is we have to complete 50% of the work after 3 days. So after taking the LCM of this, we'll get the total work done is 180 with the efficiency of 18, 15, 12 and 10, and we have to complete 50% of the work after 3 days, means with the help of all these with absence or with work with them, we have to do 90 work. Only way of solving this is to check with the option. Option number A, all work for the 2 days. If they all work, then that would be nothing but 55 work. Working for the 2 days, that means what? We have 110 work, which is more than our 50% work. So this one is not the answer. A and B work for the 2 days. So A and B, that means nothing but 18 plus 15 is 33. Work for the 2 days, that means 66 work is completed. C for the 1 days, that is 12 more work is completed, and D for the 3 days, that is 30. The total work done is again more than the 50% work. So this one is not the answer. I didn't remember the option number D or E, but one option was A and C work for the 1 day. A and C, if work for the 1 day, they have to do 30 work. B work for the 2 days, then again 30, and C work for the 3 days is again 30. So they would complete work, that is 50% by the end of the 3 days. But here the question is after 3 days. But this option is only the option which satisfies this condition. So instead of after 3 days, if the question would be at the end of 3 days, then I'll go with the option number C. Option number C is the best option available among the all 5 options. I didn't remember the rest 2. Question number 50. If the ratio of diagonals of rhombus is 3:4, the length of side is 15 centimeter, the area of rhombus is what? We have a rhombus in which we know diagonal intersects at 90 degree, and this one is 3x, this one is 4x, and the side is 5. So we can say by the Pythagoras 3, 4, 5, that is nothing but 5 into 3. This length is 9, and this length is 12. So the area of this triangle is half into 9 into 12. So the area of total rhombus is 4 times, because we have 4 such areas, that is nothing but 2. So that is nothing but 108 into 2 is 216 is the answer, which was not in the option. So answer is none of these. So answer of this question is none of these. Question number 51. If a quantity P first increased by x%, then decreased by y%, then it again becomes P. The difference of magnitude of x and y is y only. Then find the value of x. It is given x minus y is y only. We can say x is equal to nothing but 2y. This only happens when we give the 100% increase first. Assume P is the 100, then 100% increase becomes 200, and then the 50% decrease becomes again the 100. So our answer of this question is option number D. That would be easy if we use options. Question number 52 is the question of mixture and ligation. I would say please pause the video and read the question. Here the data is water upon total is 1:3. So we can say water upon other 2 is 1:2, and the ratio of A is to B is nothing but 5:3. So now merge the ratio. A plus B is 2, A plus B is 8. So we have to multiply 4 and 4 to make it 8. So we can say water A and B in this solution is ratio of 4:5:3. Now we have to remove all portion of water and some portion of A such that our final ratio of A is to B becomes 7:9. We are not going to change anything in the B, so make it 9 here first. That is 12:15:9. So I multiply the ratio by 3 because I don't want to change the value of B. Here I am going to remove the complete part of the water. So I am going to remove the 12 part of the water and only 7 part of A. So I am going to remove 8 part. So we remove water 12 part, A 8 part. So total we remove the 20 parts if we go in the 12:8 ratio. And total removed is the 200 ml. So this becomes 200. So 120 should be the water part. So the water part removed is the 120 ml. I hope this one is clear. Question number 53 is the probability question. This one again an easy question. If you know, is the question of mensuration. Here we just need to find the ratio of surface area. The surface area of the sphere is 4 pi r square, and the total surface area of all 4 quarters sphere is nothing but 2 pi r square, which is for the 1 into 4 is the 8 pi r square. So the surface area ratio is 1:2. For the 1 ratio we need 2 liter of the oil or the paint. For the 2 ratio we need 4 liter of the paint. So the answer is 4 liter. Question number 55. I would say please pause the video and read the question. This is one of the best question of XAT. Here we have a distance in which we have speed v1 for the 30 minute, then we go with the speed v1 for the 10 minute, then 5 minute rest and covers this distance in the v2 in another 30 minutes. So we know total distance are same, so we can say v1 into 30 is equal to v1 into 10 plus 30 into v2. So this comes here, that is 20 v1 is equal to 30 v2. So we can say 2 v1 is equal to 3 v2, or the ratio of v1 upon v2 is nothing but 3:2. Now we have to find the ratio of v2 upon the average speed. The average speed is the total distance, that is nothing but v into 30 upon the total time, that is 10, 30, 40 plus 5 is the 45 minute. That is 5 2s and 5 3s. So we have to find 3v2 upon 2v1. And we know 3v2 upon 2v1 is the 1:1 ratio. So the answer of this question is 1:1. Question number 56, again one of the best question of height and distance. I would say please pause the video and read the question. Since it's a 3-dimensional figure, so we have to create 2 images. The height is 30 meter given. Assume A is the north position. Assume A is in the north with the angle, that is a 300 meter with the angle of 30. If we have 30 angle, then in front of 60 we have 300 root 3 side. In front of 30, if we have 300, then in front of 60 we have 300 root 3. So from this pole distance, assume O is the pole. This one is nothing but 300 root 3. Now point B is in the east. Point B is in the east with the 45-degree angle. Height is 300. So base would be again 300 with the isosceles triangle. So in the east we have 300 and we need to find AB. By the Pythagoras, 300 root 3 and 300 will definitely get, this one is nothing but 600, and this one is our answer. Question number 57 is again one of the classical question of XAT. We have 2 quadratic equation has common roots. 3 roots are A, B, C. We know we have A, B, C are the roots of 2 equation in which 1 root is common. We don't know which root is the common, but the summation of all is 41 and all roots are the natural number. And the product of 2 roots, assume the A into B is 35. So we can say we have A 35 B1 or 135 and 5 and 7. So we could have only two such pairs. If we have 1, we have 35, total is 36, so C should. If this one is 5, this one is 7, total is 12, so this would be 29. So in both the cases, we can say 5 is the one of the root of any equation. So our answer is 5 is the one of the root of any equations. We can damn sure about this. Other statements are also correct, but 5 is the one of the roots of one equation is always correct. So this one is our answer. 58 is the classical example of sequence and series. I say please pause the video and read the question. I hope you have read the question and solved it also. We need to find the time pattern. We know the gap is 8. We know the gap is 8. Here the gap is 13. Here the gap is 21. Here the gap, if we find, is nothing but 34. If we find the gap between these two, that is nothing but, so if we observe the gap, this is nothing but Fibonacci sequence. We have 8, 13, 21, 34. So we have 1, 1, that is nothing but 2, that is nothing but 3, 5, 8, 13, 21, and go on. So we have 2 8. So instead of this 8, we should have 3 and 5. So we need to go 3 plus in 155, that is 158 is one of the time. And answer of this question is 158. Question number 59. I would say please pause the video and read the question. Here we have boys is 30 more than the girls. And we know boys upon the girls and some extra girls, say x is in the ratio of 3:5. We know boys is 30 plus g. So we can say 30 plus g upon g plus x is 3:5. By cross multiplication, we have 150 plus 5g is equal to 3g plus 3x, or we can say 3x minus 2g is equal to 150. So the minimum value of this is 50 if this one is 0. If our girls are 0, then the minimum value of additional girls is 50, but 50 was not in the option. So we have to move to the next value. We know the common difference of the x should be 2 and the g should be 3. So we have to add 2 in this. The next smaller value is 52. So the next smaller value, if g is not 0, which was in the option, is 52. So among the option, the best option is 52, and 52 should be the official answer, else answer should be 50. If it is, since it is not mentioned girls are in natural number or not. Question number 60, a classical question of trigonometry. I would say please pause the video and read the question. Okay, in this we have to create a triangle A, B and C with this angle is 105 degree and this angle is nothing but 30 degree. Here we have speed v1 and time t. Here we have speed v2 and time t. Here we have speed v2 and we need to find time x. This is nothing but a sine formula. We can say v2 into x by sine 105 is nothing but v2 into t divided by sine 30 by sine formula. This by corresponding sine, this by corresponding sine. This is cancelled out. So the required value of x is t into sine 105 divided by sine 30. And we know sine 105 is nothing but root 3 plus 1 by 2 root 2. And sine 30 is 1 by 2. So this one is cancelled out. So our x becomes root 3 plus 1 upon root 2 into t. And I think this was not in the option. So answer should be none of these for this question. In question number 61, I think I have missed some data. If the total should be 70, then the 45 should be minimum. If we go with the option, then 30 should be minimum, but these were not in the option. So I think I have missed some data in this question. So there's no comment from my side for the question number 61. Let's solve question number 62, the easiest question. We have to find x plus y if the last digit of this and this are the same. For the last digit, we need to divide power by 4. If we divide the power by 4, we are getting what? X cube and y have the same last digit. Assume x is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 or 0. Then 1 cube is 1, which is cancelled out because x and y are the different digit. 2 becomes 8, summation is 10. 3 becomes 7, then summation is 10. That is the 3 cube is 27. 4 becomes 16, then 4, the summation is what? 8. 4 cube is 4, again the same, so we are not going to discuss. 5 cube is again ends with the 5, so we are not going to discuss because x and y both become same. 6 cube is 6, again same. 7 cube is 343, so 3. 7 plus 3 is 10, we are not going to take 10. 8. 8 cube is 2, that is again 10. 9 cube ends with 9, so we are not going to discuss it. So the summation of x and y is 10, so the answer of this question is 10. One of the easiest question of XAT. Question number 63, negative integral solution of this one. Again the easy one. If you understand the question, this one is an easy question. We want value which is 2, 3, 4, 5. Since all are the integers, so answer should be integral. For the x minus 1, we have to go with the x and y. If I take x is equal to minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, this becomes x minus 1, nothing but 2. This becomes 3, this becomes 4, this becomes 5. If this one is the value of x, the outcome should be this. If y is minus 1, this becomes 2. For the minus 2, this becomes 1. For the minus 3, this becomes 0. For the minus 4, this again becomes 1. For the minus 5, if I put y is equal to minus 5, this becomes nothing but 2. So we can say minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4 and minus 5 are the values of y, and these are the corresponding values of the mod. And the product of these two should be 2, 3, 4, 5. If x is 2, we can take 1, 2, 3 and 4 values. We can take 4 values. If x is minus 2 and the outcome is 3, x is minus 2, here the x is minus 1, here the x is minus 2, outcome is 3, we have to take only 1 and 1, 2 corresponding values of y. For 4 as an outcome from the x, we again consider only 2 values. For 5 as an outcome, we can only consider 1 and 1 from this side. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 corresponding values of x, we get 4, 2, 2, 2 corresponding values of y. So the total we have 10 corresponding values, or we can say we have 10 solutions. I hope this one is clear. Question number 64 is the one of the best and the classical question of XAT. I hope many of you didn't try this question, or even if you have tried, you have taken a lot of calculation. I have solved this question in the last year. We have discussed this question in the last year. Read the question, pause the video, try yourself. I hope you have solved the question or tried. Here we know on the day 1 we are expending rupees 1, day 2 expending rupees 2, day 3 expending rupees 3, till so on day 31. Summation of any 4 days is in the form of 2 raised to power n. So we need to work on for which value of n we get the summation of any 4 consecutive value in this form. We know if we add a plus 1, a plus 2, a plus 3, means if we add these values, these are nothing but the 4 natural numbers, we are not going to take 2 raised to power n anytime. We are not going to get 2 raised to power n anytime. So what we have to do, we have to work on the 1 month and another month. What it's mean? Like if we have 1 here and 31st, 30 and 29. These are the 4 last days. What is the summation? Then again, if we have 1 here, this could be 30, this could be 29, this could be 28. Last 4 days, 1 could be here, this could be 29, 28, 27. Again, this could be last 4 days, or we can say the last 2 days are first days and the second days. And here we can get anything like 30, 31, 29, 30, 28, 29, 27, 28. We could get some more example like 1, 2, 3, and here we get what? 30, 31, 28 and 27. And we have to check for the all values if you do not know what is the answer. For the 30, 31, 1 and 2, if we add all these, we are getting nothing but 64. Rest we are not getting 2 raised to power n value. For only this 30, 31, 1 and 2, this one is 2 raised to power 6. So the answer of n is nothing but 6. Answer of this question is 6. I hope this one is clear. The understanding is we have to work on 2 months. I hope this one is clear. Question number 65 is the most calculative question of XAT. the best is to not attempt this question, or if you want to attempt this question, attempt with the option. Okay. 66 is again one of the best question, which is nothing but geometry. I would say please pause the video, read the question and draw the figure. The figure of this question is something like this. We have a bigger circle of center O, sides is AB, and we need to find the common area. We need to find the common area. So what we have to do, we have center and we have center say the C. We don't know the angle of ABC. We have to find the angle of ABC and the other parts too. We know this angle is 60. So we can say this one is nothing but an equilateral triangle because these sides are equal. So we have 2 centimeter. In examination that was a 2r and root 2r. That one is the 2. So this one is nothing but the 2. And AC is root 2 given. If we draw this line, we can definitely say this one is nothing but 1. This one is 1. This one is root 2. So we can easily say this one is nothing but 45 degree. This one is again 45 degree. So this angle is nothing but 90 degree. I hope this one is clear. In this figure, we have to find the common area. The common area is nothing but ACB bigger arc. So we have to find ACB bigger arc, and in this we have to find the value of this ABC of the outer circle. Again I am repeating, we have to find the ACB bigger arc. This one is 90 degrees, so we can say this one is nothing but 270 degree. This one is 270 upon 360 into pi r square, that is root 2 square. Plus we have to find the ACB this, and this one is nothing but in a bigger circle. So if we find this area, that is AOB, the complete area, minus if we divide this portion, we'll get ABC, the required one. How can we subtract this portion? That is nothing but the bigger triangle AOB, that is AOB for the bigger circle, that is nothing but 60. 60 upon 360 pi r square, minus we have to subtract this portion, and this portion is nothing but the bigger triangle ABO minus a smaller triangle ABC. The area of bigger triangle is nothing but root 3 by 4 r square, that is 2 square, and the area of this is nothing but 1 by 2 into root 2 into root 2. So this one is nothing but 1. This one is cancelled out. That one is nothing but root 3. And this one is subtracted from AOB area, that is 1 by 6, 4, that is 2 by 3 pi. This is the 2 by 3 minus root 3 plus 1. We have to add here. This one is 19 3 19 4 root 2, that is 4. So this one is nothing but 3 by 2 pi plus 2 by root 3 pi plus 1 minus root 3. So LCM is 6, 13 pi plus 1 minus root 3 is the answer of this question. I hope this one is clear. This is one of the best question of geometry XAT has ever asked. So this is how we solve the XAT QA. Now come to the analysis part. We have 19 questions of the QA which we discussed. We have 2 questions of the DS and the 6 question on a DI. I doubt anyone tried DS. That was the toughest question of the XAT or minimum calculative. Even the DI 2 sets were the calculative. The last set of the Professor Algebra, Professor Calculus was the easy one, that is nothing but just the graph analysis. But again that one's nothing but time consuming. So we have to discuss QA analysis as a whole. We'll share the question of DS and DI in the later video. So what I think, 5 to 7 plus score is a decent score in the quant section. The cutoff should be near to 7 maximum or 8, and the decent attempt is 10 plus. Any attempt 13 plus is wow. In the time constraint, I'm not talking about the mentor's point of view because we have to solve other 2 sections also. So as a aspirant per se, 5 to 7 should be the cutoff of the QA and section, including DS and DI. I think the cutoff should be near to 7. 10 is a decent attempt, and 13 plus is the wow attempt if you have accuracy. So this is the analysis of the JAT 2018 QA part. I'll share the other questions also. Okay, if you have any doubt, feel free to ping me. Fine, thanks and happy learning. Bye bye.